Hello there, Servum17 once again. This is my Infinite Warfare Specialist Difficulty walkthrough. This is the first level of the game. I believe it is called the Rising Threat. So this difficulty is unlocked by beating the game once. I don't know if you have to beat it on Veteran. That is what I did. And you will notice immediately that there are new features in the game now. Our HUD has, at the bottom left, there is a full profile of your body to show you where damage has been distributed, because you are now going to take limb damage when you get shot. And each limb damage is going to have repercussions. That right there that I just picked up is one of the two new items that will occur in Specialist mode. The first is the helmet. The helmet is obviously something you wear on your head to protect you from headshots, and every time you get headshot you will get a crack in your helmet. Once your helmet cracks too much it will be destroyed, and the next headshot you take will kill you. This has two repercussions. The first is of course death, but if your helmet breaks on a planet where you are not native to that surface, you will suffocate and become blinded because your screen will start to blur. So you have to have a replacement helmet when you're on alien terrain, or you can get yourself into some serious trouble. The second thing that's going to help you stay alive are the Nano Shots. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see helmets, you will see Nano Shots applied to your equipment buttons. This not only does this take away from your ability to carry two lethals and two tacticals, but it also gives you two items to help you stay alive. The helmets are of course armouring your head, the stims will heal your body. If you get shot in the leg, it can knock you over and put you on the floor. It can stop you from being able to move successfully. If you get shot in your left arm, it will stop you from being able to use tacticals. I think it also stops you from being able to use your melee attack as well. If you get shot in your right arm, it will completely disable you from being able to aim down sights, so you will not be able to shoot effectively. When you use an injection, it will fully heal all of your body and get you back up to functioning as you should when you play Call of Duty. Your HP will not regenerate. You will get to a threshold, and if you do not use a nano shot you will die. When you restart checkpoint, you will keep the resources that you had when you got the checkpoint. So this difficulty becomes all about managing risk and having resources if the risk gets too high. Sounds intimidating, doesn't it? It's kind of intense. It's kind of awesome. I really like this difficulty. One thing you need to be aware of from the beginning: the enemies aren't on Veteran, because they would be hitting me right now if they were. On Veteran, which I played yesterday on this game, the view kick is astounding. But Specialist difficulty does this really nice thing. You saw at the beginning of the guide, I started a new game, but it gave me all my perks, and I don't know if that's a nod and a wink to what Specialist used to do in the multiplayer, but we now start with every boosted ability. One of those abilities is Focus, which is just like Toughness, which enables you to flinch less when you get shot. So playing Specialist is more fun than Veteran, because you're not always having your chin knocked into the air when you're trying to fight back. So it means you actually stand a chance going toe-to-toe with the AI, instead of feeling like, you know, you're just getting beaten up by Muhammad Ali. And I really enjoy that. So I think the difficulty of the AI is probably about hardened, because they will react quick, they are very accurate, but they're not Veteran. And Veteran is not too bad on this game, but this very beginning is the hardest part of it. It's the only part of the game that I really had trouble with, and it's of course taking on the big giant robot. But as you've noticed by watching the last few minutes, this walkthrough is going to be refined down to the moments where you play the game. Infinite Warfare is rife with dialogue and narrative exposition, it's rife with walking through ships, it's all this kind of efforts to world build that I'm removing because there's no need for it in a walkthrough. This is to help you survive when you are in danger. So all of that is going to be expunged for just a streamlined walkthrough of exactly what is coming and exactly what is threatening. So we're now moving into the hardest part of the game, I think, which is a very interesting spawn. So in this game, much like in the older Call of Duties, If you don't push forward, I think there is a tendency to repeat spawn cycles, because you'll see very strange things repeat. Dropships coming in, not dropping anybody off and then going away, and then coming back in and then going away, and then when you move forward, somebody will say something, an explosion will happen, and it doesn't do it anymore. So I'm not sure if the spawns are infinite, but there's definitely something where the player has to orchestrate everything with his movement. So if you're ever having an issue and it feels like they won't stop coming, you want to try pushing forward. But this is an interesting piece of cover which is head glitching probably to the extreme. Right now the only thing visible to the computer is my forehead, and it took me 2 attempts to get this on capture. The first attempt I didn't get shot once until the robot turned up. This attempt, you're going to see me get shot. So you see that? That's what it looks like when you take damage now. If they shoot you in the head, you get that on your screen. And the feedback of that hit is so visceral and kinetic, it's wonderful. It makes you feel like you've been shot. And there were moments when it first happened, it made me jump, because I wasn't used to seeing it. But you have to push the spawn there, go and pick up the ammunition for that weapon, and then pull back. Then get back in position, and what we're going to do now is we're going to use the context-sensitive lean to take out both the shoulders of the robot. Once you kill both shoulders, the robot will blow up. I recommend going for the rocket launcher first, but I'm going for the minigun first here. And this introduces you to one of the trickier aspects of the game. So they've completely affected how your HUD works on specialist, sorry. You do not get hit markers anymore, so you have no confirmation when you're hitting a target and when you're killing a target, which feels weird to me. I don't like it, but I understand it. Additionally, your HUD interface doesn't notify you when you can lean, because when you were playing before, they would come up on your HUD, there would be a little yellow arrow, which meant if you held the trigger, your character would do the context-sensitive lean. Well, he doesn't do it now because you can't see the arrow, so it can be very difficult to assess when and when not you can do that lean. And the lean is very powerful on Specialist because it seems to narrow the accuracy of the enemies. If you head glitch, they can still hit you. If you do the lean, they don't hit you half as much, so the game seems designed around poking your head around the corners. My only problem with this is I don't really like doing it. I'm not a big leaning fan. I liked it in Fear when I could control it a little bit better, but in this game it just doesn't give me the measure of control that I would normally get from being able to strafe. But unfortunately, leaning is stronger than strafing in this difficulty, as we come up to the end of the first level. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Welcome to my walkthrough. If you're wondering what you get for doing Specialist, you just unlock that shitty permadeath difficulty. You get absolutely nothing but like a camouflage for your plane. It's a little disappointing, but it's a hell of a lot more interesting than Veteran, and the strategies that you witness here will help you in Veteran because I've got some pretty interesting tools and techniques that will help you get through the game regardless of difficulty. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.